begin our class with two beautiful words, global village. Global village. So why the world is called global village? Because people throughout the world are interconnected through the use of new media technologies. So not only new media technology, also the development in the field of transport and communication. So the result क्या है? Result है there is a great interchange and intermixing of thought and ideas which has resulted in the development of a composite culture. So every parts of the country, every parts of the world are just be interconnected with each other. So next topic is diversity in India. India is a land of diversity. Already we discussed in previous class, isn't it? So India does not have a uniform culture. It has diversity of culture, practices, languages, customs, and tradition. Different people coming from different backgrounds, belonging to different religions and cultures make our country diverse and interesting. Now we are going to talk about the different type of diversity that present in India, such as linguistic, religious, regional and cultural diversity. So diversity in languages, we can see that there are as many as 179 living languages and 1600 dialects. So what is the meaning of dialect? Dialects mean a dialect is a form of a language used in a particular region or by a particular social group. तो कहीं जो रीजनल जगह है उसका जो भाषा है, जो लैंग्वेज है, जो टोन पे बोला जाता है, हिंदी पे आप बोली बोलते हो ना, बोली, तो इट इज कॉल्ड इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ डायलेक्ट. ओके, टोन जो होता है बोलने का तरीका. ओके, सो अगेन वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक. And this one, there are as many as 179 living languages and 1600 dialects used in different parts of the country. So all the languages spoken in India can be broadly be classified into two groups. So जितने सारे language है उसको हम लोग दो division में बांटते हैं. First one, the southern part of India belonging to the Dravidian group. I am going to repeat, the southern part of India belong to the Dravidian group, whereas the languages spoken in the northern part of our country, okay, have been derived from Sanskrit and belonging to the Bharopi group. So the southern part of the India belong to the Dravidian group, and northern part of the India have been derived from the Sanskrit and belonging to the Bharopi group. Okay, got it now? So the Indian languages have developed over a period of time, assimilating from different ethnic group. Ethnic जो पुराने जो है caste और religion उसको ethnic बोलते हैं. Okay, so different types of languages already we discussed about that. So 22 official languages. India has 22 official languages mentioned in the Indian Constitution. English is used for official purpose. Each state has its own official languages. So it is not mandatory that के एक ही जगह पे हर स्टेट पे एक ही लैंग्वेज होगा. तो स्टेट वाइज वेरी कर जाता है. ओके, जस्ट लाइक यूपी पे अगर हिंदी हो तो ऑब्वियसली वेस्ट बंगाल पे बंगाली भी हो सकता है, असम पे असमीज हो सकता है, isn't? So dear children, remember we can see not only the diversity in the field of languages, we can see diversity in religions also. So Indian people also follow different types of religion like Hindu, Muslims, Sikh, Christians, Jains and Buddhist. Okay, now we are going to talk about the diversity in regional areas. So differences in climatic conditions in different regions of India bring diversity in the lifestyles of people, which includes dresses, means clothing attires, food habits, festival, etc. So dresses like the sari and dhoti are owned in many parts of the country. So the common clothing जो habit है वो है साड़ी and धोती. अगर इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट किया जाए वर्ल्ड के सामने तो ये क्या आता है कि जो लेडीज है वो साड़ी पहन के रिप्रेजेंट होता है और जो मेल है वो होता है धोती पहन के. तो ये तो बहुत कॉमन अटायर है, बहुत मतलब कॉमन क्लोथिंग अटायर है इंडिया का. ओके, सो डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री ऑब्वियसली ओन डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ अटायर. People of Rajasthan wear turbans as headgear of protect themselves from extreme heat and sandstorms. People of Kashmir wear woolen firans to keep themselves warm in the winter. But this dressing style are not typical of the place their origin. They have been adopted by people elsewhere in India. For example, Salwar Kameez is a dress worn practically all over India because of its easy adaptability. तो ये नहीं है क्या ट्रेडिशन जो है उसके हिसाब से जो पीपल है वो वेयर करे जो कपड़ा, बट ये भी होता है कंफर्टेबल, कंफर्ट कितना आएगा कपड़े पे ये भी देखा जाता है कौन से जगह पे बिलोंग कर रहा है. अगर आपको विलेज साइड से कोई आता है अर्बन साइड पे मतलब टाउन या सिटीज पे, तो वो जो जगह का सराउंडिंग्स है उस पे भी एडप्ट हो जाता है. So we can see diversity in family system also. Might you have heard about the nuclear families or joint families? Most of us belong from nuclear or joint families. So apart from this also in India, most of the region in India, a patriarchal family system prevails. Patriarchal family system देखा जाता है. तो क्या है patriarchal family system? The head of the family is a male member. On that time, this family system is called as the patriarchal family system. In the northeastern part of the country as well as in Kerala also, we can see the matriarchal family system exists. So what is the meaning of matriarchal? Matriarchal means the female member is considered as the head of the family. Got it? Our next topic is diversity in food and festivals. The Rich India cuisines is yet another eye-opener which displays diversity in food. So just assume करो आपका स्कूल और स्कूल का जो क्लासरूम है एंड द रिसेस टाइम टिफिन ब्रेक, तो आप देख सकते हो आपके जो फ्रेंड्स है कितने सारे क्विजन कितने सारे टिफिन का मतलब आइटम फूड आइटम लेके आते हैं. इज ना, ये तो मोनोटोनस नहीं है कि एक ही तरह का खाना हो. Okay, so different food habits are seen in different regions of the country due to diverse climatic conditions. People living in southern and eastern parts of the country eat more rice, fish and coconut, whereas people living in northern and western parts of the country take more wheat, pulses, milk and milk product. People of India celebrate different festivals in different regions at different times, such as Vaisakhi in Punjab, Onam in Kerala, Bihu in Assam, Makar Sankranti in Uttar. Our next topic is regional disparity. Disparity means unequal or uneven. So apart from these differences in just like the food habit, clothing, religions, festivals, India faces regional disparity also. That is, while one region is rich in natural resources, the other region lacks them means कोई रीजन पे बहुत अच्छा नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज जस्ट लाइक द कोल मिलता है, पेट्रोलियम मिलता है, मिनरल्स बहुत सारे मिलते हैं, और कोई रीजन पे कुछ भी मिनरल नहीं मिलता है. इसको हम लोग बोल सकते हैं रीजनल डिस्पैरिटी. सो फॉर इंस्टेंस पंजाब, हरियाणा एंड तमिलनाडु आर फ्लरिशिंग रीजन इन टर्म्स ऑफ इकोनॉमिक प्रॉस्पेरिटी, क्योंकि वहाँ पे एग्रीकल्चर बहुत अच्छा है, मिनरल्स बहुत अच्छा मिलता है, इंडस्ट्री है. वाइल ईस्टर्न उत्तर प्रदेश, बिहार, राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश एंड वेस्ट बंगाल आर नॉट सो prosperous. Okay, it has been seen that economic prosperity varies from one region to another. Now we are going to talk about the unity and diversity. So what is the meaning of that? Remember, it is necessary to encourage diversities. Why do we need diversity in the country? So assume for a while that we all are similar in our look. We wear the same clothes. We react in the same manner. Will it be colorful living? No, not at all. So, in spite of all this diversity in different fields, just like physical, social, linguistic, culture, and religious, there is a fundamental unity that binds the whole of India together. We can say that India is just like a rainbow with many colors. So diversity leads to development of both the individuals and the society. The phrase unity and diversity was coined by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to describe India. From his own book, the name of the book is The Discovery of India. Okay, so you must have heard saying that united we stand, divided we fall. What is the meaning of that? Diversity leads to development of both the individuals and the society. Already we discussed that. So every individual is dependent on others to fulfill his or her needs. So हम लोग सेल्फ सफिशिएंट नहीं है, हम लोगों का जो डिमांड है, वांट है, फुलफिल करने के लिए और किसी के ऊपर हम लोग डिपेंड करते हैं. So it is a long chain where every individual contributes to the healthy growth of the society. The same concept we can apply over region also. Okay, so all the region of the country depend upon one another. This is called economic interdependence. Thus, unity is also leads to economic development. It means that in spite of our various culture differences, we are united. So we all are Indians, and our various diversities, geographical, religious, cultural, linguistic, customs, food, etc. enrich our culture. So we are one, and we should contribute to the welfare and progresses of country as well as. Okay, dear? There are some examples of unity and diversity in India. So one great examples obviously belong from historical background. So India's freedom movement, Jallianwala Bagh massacre of April 13, 1919 at Amritsar, in which people of all communities led their lives for raising voice against British rule. ओके तो ये मैसेकर जो हुआ था जालियनवाला बाग पे, जनरल ओ डायर ने ऑर्डर किया था फायरिंग के लिए, तो बहुत सारे जो पीपल हैं वहां पे मारा गया था. तो इसके प्रोटेस्ट के लिए जो कास्ट, क्रीड, रेस कोई भी देखा नहीं गया था, कौन कहाँ से आ रहा है, कौन सा बिलोंगिंग है, किसका स्टेटस क्या है, किसका रिलीजन क्या है, सब जो उनका वॉइस था रेज किया था किसके अगेंस्ट, ब्रिटिश रूल के. Okay, so celebration of various festivals like Holi, Dasara, Diwali, Eid, Christmas are held together. Okay, we celebrate every festivals. Okay, to accommodate the diverse language spoken in India, the Constitution of India grants recognize to 22 languages including Hindi. The states are free to carry out official functioning in their local or regional language. All religions enjoy equal respect before the law. So equality is the most important for India. So India is a democratic country. Okay, there is no official state religion. This makes India as a secular country. Secular means जहाँ पे कोई official religion follow नहीं किया जाता है. तो India obviously is a secular state or country. So our national symbols that promote national identity. So such thought promote national integration and have made India as a successful democracy. Okay, my dear student, that's enough for today's class. Already we finished this chapter. Next day we will meet in our next class with new chapter. Till then, bye. Take care. Read the book thoroughly. Okay, and be safe. Happy learning.